Hello, and welcome to the weekly moon update for the week of October 16th through the 22nd. We have a bit of a hangover week or a recovery week, and we also have a first quarter moon at the very end of this week. Also, some exciting community events. We are having our Halloween movie party on October 21st. We voted on Halloween Town. So it's going to be a family friendly, spooky kind of fun. I hope you can join us in Discord. And we will also probably be live streaming tarot on Tuesday and possibly a surprise stream on Wednesday. Or I guess, obviously, if I'm telling you it's not a surprise, like a non tarot stream on Wednesday, possibly if I'm able to work my schedule out. So definitely on Tuesday, maybe on Wednesday, and then on Saturday, we're gonna hang out and have some fun, eat some popcorn and maybe some candy, and watch a Halloween movie in Discord. I hope that you can join us. But first, how are you feeling? How was the solar eclipse for you? Let's see how we might need to tap into some of the moon energy for this week. All right. So last week we had or over the weekend, we had a solar eclipse in Libra. So if you haven't checked out my new moon pick a card readings, I highly recommend going back and checking them, even if you have watched them, because they had very positive messages. And now that we're on the other side of the eclipse, I think some of us might be needing those positive messages and encouragement to keep going, especially as we are starting off this week with Scorpio energy. So, Scorpio energy can be a little bit spooky and shadowy. So, if you had a wonderful, great time over the eclipse, you might be hitting that shadow period of it now with the Scorpio energy. If not, or even if you are in that a kind of shadowy place to start off this week, we can still use this water energy to cleanse and clear and release. Um, Personally, like the eclipse really felt very cleansing, but then there's like always that like residual stuck energy that just like doesn't want to like release or let go. And that's the stuff that like Scorpio can bring up. So we're starting off the week with the Scorpio energy, all day Monday. We entered that energy on Sunday. If you're watching this live, we're in Scorpio energy. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I have found that I've been needing like extra. I think because the eclipse was so cleansing, and we just like gotta keep like pushing that energy through, cleansing and clearing. And then on Tuesday, we start to transition into Sagittarius. So I find that like the Scorpio Sagittarius transition is very much like you're just kind of like you want to get into that flow with Scorpio. You just want to be like, okay, this is where we're going. Like let's go down, let's go deep, and let's get there fast because we want to like get reactivated with the Sagittarius fire. So it's kind of like kind of the feeling of like if you're caught in a riptide, they say to just let go and flow with it. So even though that current is like so strong and it might almost pull you under, the way to get out of it is to just like flow with the current. And that's kind of how I feel like or that's how I've learned to manage Scorpio energy because it's just you just gotta go with it. Like, okay, so we're gonna be in this dark place today, then let's go there. Here we go. Because I know that the fire and the light is on the other side of that. So Tuesday and Wednesday we're gonna be in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the symbol of the centaur, which can get us moving. And it also has the symbol of the arrow, which is like pointing you in the direction that you want to go. So it's almost feels like we go through Scorpio and just wherever the water spits you out, that's the direction that you're heading. And it's usually the right direction. So this is all the beginning of the week is the waxing crescent, but it's like the tiny waxing crescent because the moon was only just dark on Saturday. So it's that like tiny little sliver in the sky. And we won't have the first quarter until the end of the week. So the moon's just going to gradually increase with light and energy. So just kind of like ride along with it, ride along with that current end up where you end up on Tuesday and have that be your light, your guiding light, your compass, heading you in whatever direction the eclipse is, is taking you. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and almost all of Thursday will be in Sagittarius. And now by this point, we're getting closer and closer to that first quarter. So with the Capricorn energy, that's gonna help us like really find our footing. Like this week feels like a river or feels like the ocean, just like pulling you along. And now I don't know, maybe like Scorpio like spits you out on shore and Sagittarius is kind of walking in the sand and Capricorn is going to be where you're finding more solid ground because you know when you're walking on sand it's kind of squishy and uneven and you kind of like have this weird little gait. um Capricorn is like, okay, this ground is firm and solid. This is where we're going. We said we were going through this eclipse portal. We're going through it. Like we're already here. Like we're already here. We may as well do what we can, do the best that we can because that's all we can ever do. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what the eclipse brought up for you, and even if you're really just kind of having a good time with this energy, know that you can always you're always doing your best, no matter what that looks like. So have that confidence and have that sure footing by the weekend. And this might be the start of like some Halloween celebrations for you too. Like, remember that, like, after we get through the muck, after you finish your work, you can still like make time to have fun and to play. We don't have to be stuck in the darkness or in the whatever emotions you might be mentally processing. We can still experience the that lighter side of things of life, that joyful like you're allowed to have joy and sadness at the same time. Like they can both exist. So Friday and Saturday, we have that shore footing. We know where we're going. We know we have solid ground to stand on. And then Aquarius can lighten things up even a little bit more with new and fresh ideas. That's not happening until really early in the morning on Sunday. And so we will be starting off next week with Aquarius energy. So to recap the energy of this week, remember we're starting off with a almost dark waxing crescent moon in a water sign on Monday. And then that water shifts into fire and the energy and light is increasing as well. We're still in the waxing crescent all week, but then after we get a little bit activated, have a little bit more sense of where we're going, earth energy is going to help ground us and stabilize and make sure that our those steps are like evenly trodden and sure-footed. And then on Sunday, we finally have our first quarter and the air element. So that's going to bring in new ideas and fresh wisdom. So because we're starting off the week with water energy, I've chosen to work with the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And the card we received is Ride the Wave, Life Lessons and Growth. You will get through this. You're most definitely living right now. And while you may be experiencing challenges in your life, they're shaping you into who you will be someday soon. Just as strong winds that blow consistently over the ocean transfer energy to water to generate waves, the same happens when we feel pressure of life knocking on the door. That's another thing that's been coming to mind a lot lately. Whenever you're meeting resistance, that is a time or a sign that's showing you that like you're almost there. Like if you just keep pushing through, you'll get to the other side. Life's pressures and challenges invite us to transform in the process. They can cause calm seas to gain momentum and waves to form. While at the time, it can feel overwhelming. Our true character is born through these usually unexpected changes that life delivers. Our experiences shape us. The most compassionate people in the world are the ones who know the real depths of life. The ones who have the capacity to understand us are those who have been through their own choppy wave. The ones who are able to hold us when we feel most out of our depth are those who have been through it themselves. Be like the surfer instead of reacting to the waves or seeing them as things to be avoided. Choose to respond. And when possible, see if you can find a way to ride those waves all the way to the shore. There may be times when you fall off your board, but you'll meet fellow surfers who are riding their own waves back to themselves. The soul inquiry of this card is how can you respond to the waves of your life instead of reacting to them? How can you let the transformation happen? So there really is like this ocean theme today of kind of like getting caught in that current, getting caught like you can feel the power of the ocean. Like if you just haven't timed things right to actually catch the wave. So our chakra card today is a crown chakra card. Invite peace into this moment and let it permeate your entire being. Choose serenity, especially in moments of stress. Align with an energy stream of allowance and ease where you allow everything to be simply as it is right now, without judgment or regret. Peace is your birthright. When you soften into serenity, you also give others permission to do the same. Become the living example of angelic peace that you wish to experience. The crystal they recommend is lepidolite, and the herb is St. John's wort. So, St. John's wort is a known for its natural antidepressant properties, and lepidolite, the same thing, is anti-anxiety. So, this is try your best to use those coping mechanisms that you have. Use a crystal like lepidolite. Use an herb like St. John's wort. Use your breath work. Try to make sure that you're meditating. Try to make sure that you're physically active and moving your body. I really feel like the next 2 weeks leading up to the Taurus lunar eclipse, I think that's going to be a lot about the like physical aspect. And I think how are we balancing the air with the earth and the air, the earth and the air, the body, and the mind. So just keep that in mind if you encounter any stress to remember, like take your 3 deep breaths before you react to something that is might be conflictive for you. Pull your oracle cards in the morning. Take your journaling time at night. Make sure that you're doing something that's physically active, even if that's just like taking a walk around the block. This is like continuing to keep that energy moving so that it doesn't get stuck and stagnant and fall back into those little crevices that like the eclipse like really cleared out for us. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope to see you sometime at the community events either on Tuesday or Wednesday or on Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support, and I hope you have a wonderful first quarter week. Remember to take small baby steps and to be kind and gentle to yourself always.